I don't think my new reconfiguration in my office is much better than my old office configuration for doing blue screen work. I may have to reconcile myself to the fact that it's just going to have to be set up in front of the bookshelves for the green screen, and then move the bicycles out whenever I want to do green screen work. I had kind of hoped the green screen up here shoot this way across the desk, sitting down, so I don't have to stretch out the big green screen. So I've got the small one, which small is a relative term. Got a zipper here somewhere too. Let's pop this guy out and see what we can do with it. I don't know if I should pop it here. It's big enough. I think maybe let's open it over there. Okay, I was going to show you me opening this thing up, and apparently the camera wasn't running. And whole nother story about what a pain in the ass it is to fold this thing back up into here. It's not like a sunscreen where you twist it and then pop it. It needs a triple twist, and I don't remember how to do that. I had to look last time on... What the hell are you looking at? What the hell are you staring at? Okay, I was going to show you me opening this thing up over there because it's quite the... But camera wasn't running. And trying to put this back so that I could... Okay, I definitely think there's something wrong with the... with my... We've got this deep freeze here that we keep frozen foods in, and of course it's much better than the freezer that comes in a refrigerator freezer combo. In fact, it's so good that we have to compensate when we cook the stuff that comes out of it for longer cook times, because I mean it freezes it solid, which is good. Keeps longer. Everything's good. No complaints there. The only complaint I have, and it's not about the freezer itself, is it's always packed. You know, we buy stuff, we get it in there, and we have to start reaching a point where we have trouble putting this stuff in there. And today I happened to go pick up some clamps for this green screen work, and I stopped in Walmart. Now, we don't like to shop at Walmart because, frankly, it's a scummy place, but I'll tell you what Walmart does have. Twice as many frozen foods as anybody else, or at least in terms of variety. I mean, they got a ton of stuff there that you just don't find anywhere else. And family-sized stuff, you know, because I think that's the market that Walmart aims at. Poor folk with big families. So I was buying, you know, these big lasagnas and baked ziti and Salisbury steaks, and I had promised I was going to do this a while back anyways, make a run and hit their frozen section. Since I was next door, I walked in and I said, this is it, I'm going to do the frozen food run. So I bought a lot of frozen foods, and then I started having trouble putting it in the freezer. So I finally decided that it was time to make an executive decision. We have a thing here, I don't know if they have it elsewhere in the world, but here in the United States, called blue ice, and it's basically a chemical ice and sealed in plastic that you use for ice chests and whatnot. And we have quite a bit of it, and we use it once or maybe twice a year. And God, I think it's breaking my tile. I better do something about that. I can hear it cracking down here. Anyway, we had a bunch of it in that freezer, and I just took it all out. I mean, it was ridiculous. I took it all out, and here it is, lying on the floor. And suddenly, having taken all that out, now I have a ton of room in the freezer. So, win-win. And we always know when we're going to use the blue, almost always know when we're going to use the blue eyes. So we can put a few of them back in there just for like, oh, we better drive across town and buy something cold at the Asian market or something. But, you know, if we're going camping, we can plan ahead and freeze it. And if we don't have room in the freezer to freeze it before we go camping, see, then we didn't have room in the freezer to begin with to waste. In my efforts earlier to show you, and this thing just kept screwing me up anyway, what you can see here is I got a couple clamps which ride around the pole, and I'm using the big green screen's pole because doesn't matter which green screen you're attaching to, and I've put it behind my desk, and I've put the chair there, and I've put the camera, and I shot a little bit of test footage, and I used a technique that I learned online the other day using the new color corrector in Final Cut Pro, which allows you to do a hue versus hue adjustment, which that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But the bottom line is that you can select an area of the screen, so in this case the green screen, which has variability in it, and isn't lit. I didn't even light it. I mean, I literally didn't light it. This is room ambient light for that test footage that you're seeing. And you can then tweak the curves for just that color range. So if you use a vector scope, you can swing it around to the green, so it looks more green even though it's not lit properly. And then that made the keying go so much easier. And then because it's 4K footage and I'm outputting to 1080p, I'm able to close in on it a little bit so that I look like I'm standing instead of sitting in a chair, which was the desired result. And there you have it. Bingo, bango, bongo. I think this is going to work. I'm going to shoot some footage right now and see if I can make it work even better. Blowing like hell today. It was 100 degrees 2 days ago, and the wind is just cutting across here, and the last 2 days, yesterday was windy, but today it's blowing like hell. I had to put the blinds up, and dust everywhere, pollen berries blowing around all over hell and back. Here comes a big one. Dust in the eyes. Yeah. Fun day. Fun day to be trying to do recording. Never own wind chimes if you're trying to do recording. Just saying. Never do that.